Hello, good day viewers. You are welcome once again to Shabes online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to calculate the first, the second, and the third moment about a zero of a data. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes online tutorial. So the question on the board read: obtain the first, second, and third moment about zero of the following sample of data. And the data are 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's get started. Solution. So the data given from the question are 2, 3, then 4, and 5. This is 4 sample of data. And the formula used to calculate the moment about zero of a data. And the moment is represented is denoted as m subscript 1, which is equal to summation of xi over n as I ranges from 1 to n. So this is the formula, the first moment about zero of a data. Now, to use this formula, each of these data is represented by s. This is x1, x2, x3, x4. So in this formula, we're going to have what? Summation of I is ranges from 1 to n, and n is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So our n is 4. I is ranges from 1 to 4, then x I, then over n. So now to substitute to this formula, xi mean each of these data we're going to sum up them together. So we're going to have what? 2 plus 4, sorry, 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, then everything divided by n. N is the total number of a sample, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4, and divided by 4. So this is how to calculate the first moment about zero. Now we're going to sum up this data together. 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5, then 5 plus 4 is going to give us what? 9, and 9 plus 5 is going to give us 14. So in this place, we are going to have 14 over 4, which is the same thing as what? As 3.5. 3.5. So this is the first moment about zero of a following data. And remember, the question says we should calculate the first, the second, and the third. Now the second moment, which is denoted as m subscript 2, which is equal to what? Summation of as I ranges from 1 to n, then xi square over n. So this is the difference between these two formula. This one is raised to the power of 1, then and the second one x is raised to the power of 2. So which is equal to what? Summation of I is ranges from 1 to 4, because the numbers of the data there are 4. Then xi square over n, which is the same as 2. The first data is what? 2 square plus what? 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. And everything over n. And n is what? N is equal to 4. This is the total number of data. So 2 square is going to give us what? 2 square is going to give us 4. Then plus 3 square is 9. Then plus 4 square is going to give us 16. Then plus 5 square, which is equal to 25. So everything divided by 4. So now the next thing we are going to do is to sum up this data. So we're going to have a 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 is going to give us 54. So we're going to have a 54 divided by 4. And if you press your calculator, if you divide 54 by 4, it's going to give us what? 3.375. Going to give us 3.375. So this is the second moment about zero of this given data. Now the question still say we should calculate the third moment. So the third moment is represented by what? M subscript 3, which is equal to summation of as I ranges from 1 to n, x I cube, then over n. So this, to substitute to this formula, and our I is ranges from 1 to 4. We have summation of I ranges from 1 to 4, then summation of xi cube, then over n, which is equal to what? The data 2 cube, then plus 3 cube, plus what? 4 cube, then plus 5 cube. everything divided by n, which is 4. So you look at how this data is going. First moment is raised to the power of 1, second moment is raised to the power of 2, and the third moment is raised to the power of 3. So now 2 cube means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 into 3 places is going to give us what? It's going to give us 8. Then plus 3 cube is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 to give us 27. Then plus 4 cube means 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 into 3 places is going to give us 64. Then plus 5 cube means 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is going to give us 125. So everything over n, which is equal to 4. So now what we are going to do is to sum up this number together. So it's going to give us what? 224, then divided by 224, then divided by 4, which is equal to 224 divided by 4. It will give us a whole number, which is 56. So this is how to calculate the moment about the zero of a sample of data. First moment, second moment, and third moment. Thanks for watching, and please follow and subscribe for more.